So the story line is that Grace Siebold, along with her family and her boyfriend Julian Christ, went to attend a wedding of her school friends, and there Julian Christ was murdered. So in the hope that Sydney Ryan picks up her case, Grace Siebold would continuously write to her. And Sydney did finally pick up her one-time friend's case. Like every good murder mystery does, it does confuse you. Who's the murderer? From the beginning you think that, this could be the mystery, that could be the mystery, but it turns out to be something completely different. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of TBR. Well, so far we have explored the mystery genre, the sports book genre, a lot of different kinds of books. Today the book that I'm going to review is Damage by Josephine Hart. It's a romantic suspense fiction. So first let us see that what's the key insights of the book, or what's the book about in general. Well, it is about the book basically explores the human psyche, and in doing so it delves into the territories of forbidden desires, obsession, and the destructive power of having secrets. The book is narrated by Dr. Stephen Fleming, a very average man, a typical, a typical man with a wife, 2 children, and a very successful career, not only as a doctor but also as a politician. So Dr. Stephen Fleming and his wife Ingrid and his son Martin and Sally were living happily ever after. That is just before Martin's new girlfriend Anna Burton came into their lives. Anna Burton was Martin's girlfriend, and then in one of those charity functions, or one of those typical public events that a politician needs to attend, is where Martin's father, Dr. Stephen Fleming, first met Anna. And the time from which, and at that particular time, they hardly spoke 2 lines with each other. But in their eyes, they found some sort of a home, some sort of connection. We do find that, certain people suddenly walk into our life and there's a sort of connection. But will this connection damage Dr. Stephen Fleming's life, or maybe Anna's life? And how and why is basically the suspense. Before I move on to what I think about the book, I will take you and I will read to you guys, I think 2 of the most powerful quotes from the book. 2 of the most significant quotes of this book for you guys. There is an internal landscape, a geography of the soul. We search for its outlines all our lives. Those who are lucky enough to find it ease like water over stone. On its fluid contours, and her home. This is, this has a lot of significance in the sense what Dr. Stephen Fleming is really saying is he had a very happy life. He had a successful career, wife, children, the usual what settled down happily ever after is, but somehow he was incomplete from within. That is exactly what he is saying, that in life, if you have found what completes you, then you're at home with your life. But if you aren't, then what happens? You have to read the book for that. But here's the second quote, and this is, honestly speaking, it kind of gave me goosebumps when I was reading it. Though I'm smiling, but it's a little dark quote. All damaged people are dangerous. Survival makes them so. Because they have no pity. They know that others can survive as they did. Well, who is the damaged person that I am talking about? I will keep that a secret so that it doesn't turn out to be a spoiler for you guys. But think of this. The quote is so true. When you have been through the worst, you know that you can actually hurt someone and that person is not going to die, or that person is not going to stop living because the world has hurt you, or something has happened in your life which has damaged you. But you're still alive, you're still living your life. The world is going on and you have to adjust with it. And everyone else can do it. That that, right? That gives you a certain power which makes you dangerous, right? Now I will shift to what is my exact take on this book. Let me put this very simply. After I finished that book, I was somewhere within confused, baffled, angry, and a little scared of people around me. Because I know a lot of people around me who are damaged. To some extent, I know myself, I am damaged. And that means, the series of events in the books which shows that what damaged people are capable of, what secrets can do to you, what obsession, forbidden desires, when forbidden desires come true and you have that within your grasp, what that can do, or the picture that Josephine Hart has painted is so strong and so good. If you start this book, it's anyway a small book, it's just a 216 page book. You're going to finish it in a day or two because you can't keep it down. Initially, the first few chapters I would say are a little mundane. But again, it's very interesting that the reader's pace also changes with the introduction of Anna. At some point, you almost feel like you are a part of Dr. Stephen Fleming because the book's pace, the way you were looking at the book, the way you were looking at the whole story completely takes a U-turn once Anna enters Dr. Stephen Fleming's life, that is your life as a reader as well. You should definitely pick up this book. In fact, I have been suggesting it to everyone I have met so far. I'm a part of a book club. I have suggested everyone to read this, and I will suggest you guys to read this. I will introduce a little bit of a new thing. I will rate the books as well. So for me, this book, and I'll rate it out of 5. 5 out of 5. Absolutely 5 out of 5. And my ratings are completely on how I felt about the story. I'm not someone who can judge the writing or the narration or anything of that sort, but about the story. And the story, 5 on 5. Do read it. But before I go, I thought I'll show you guys what's up next for you guys. So I have collected this awesome book, which I think most of you know, Tinkle Digest, Tinkle Origins. This is volume 1. It has Tinkle Digest stories from 1980 to 1981. This is what I'm reading right now. And the other book that I'm reading, which I will eventually review, is Shormishta Guptu's Unspoken. And this review will be a little different because I've got the author with me. I'm not going to review it in front of her, of course, because that's our secret. But I'm going to ask her a few questions on the book. So if you guys have picked up unspoken, please throw in your questions so that I can ask Mr. Gupta about it. And if not, then just pick damage. Thank you so much. See you very soon.